We will see what happens. Ozzy now, in her attempt, and again, probably the greatest as far as world championships, right? She is the greatest world champion we've had. Ozzy has got a new mission. Well, I wouldn't say it's new. She's had this mission now for the last few weeks. But she wants to beat everybody in the women's division one time with her world title on the line. She wants to defend it against every single person in the women's division. That's 24 title defenses. That's a lot. So next up, brand new TSW Survival Champion Savannah gets her shot at a world title. And I don't know what the NWO did in the women's division, but John Cena has set up all these matches so that the NWO is systematically getting shots at the women's championships that they don't currently have. They don't have a lot of them, but tonight they just won the World Tag Team titles.
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's World Championship.
So Savannah, Totes McGoats' daughter, Savannah, in her debut match, won the TSW Women's Survival title. To survive. Survival with GC Rock. But now in her second match, she has an opportunity to go after the TSW Women's World Championship. And, don't get me wrong, she is a cruiserweight. She has given up a little size to Ozzy, but she is also getting her shot. The only person to ever beat Ozzy, then Ozzy came back and beat him the very next, well, a couple nights later, was Crimson, who is also the largest woman in the women's division. What is going on, Rowdy? You made it in time. Tonight, you will be facing off for the current New World Order's TSW's World Tag Team titles. You and Eagle going up against the Legends. Should be a good one. Look at Ozzy's entrance. This entrance is worthy of the world title. Ozzy, the 2022 Women's Queen of the Ring and current TSW Women's Champion, is determined to put her title on the line against every single women's competitor in the women's division there is. It'd be impressive if she does it. Quite the impressive queen attire, though. She will remain the queen of the ring. Dragunov will remain the king of the ring until the 2023 tournament comes about. And guys, also remember, just as an admin note, we are less than 2 weeks away from the brand new 2K22 WWE title stuff coming out. So, Season 1 for our TSW Wrestling will end on March 5th. It will end with a pay-per-view, TSW's Bash at the Beach. Everything is already made up. Everything is already set. We don't know. The matches aren't set, but the arena's all set up. We have created that. It's a pretty cool arena. I wanted to make sure that we at least got to use it before moving on to the new game. There could be a little break in the wrestling because, again, I've got to recreate a lot of stuff. If every wrestler takes about 3 hours to create,
Introducing the challenger from Huntsville, Alabama, She is the Women's Extreme Fighting Champion, the Savage.
Now, you guys will get to see some of that creation time, though.
Introducing the champion from Elysian Fields. She is the Women's World Champion, the X-Factor.
Ozzy, always so determined, like when you watch her. And that is a good-looking title belt. Like, the one thing I'm worried about is being able to recreate some of these championships. They're not going to be exactly the same, obviously. But trying to recreate them to make them really, really good. Yeah. It's sexy. The sexy title belt. But on March 8th, when the early access happens and the game drops, I will be streaming. Not going to be the most exciting streams, don't get me wrong, unless you're interested to see how to make wrestlers better. If you look at if you go on other people's channels and you look at most of them, and I'm going to say like probably 80-85% of them, every single one of our wrestlers looks better than that. Every single one of them. I'm just saying. And start creating something like all of a sudden look great overnight. You go back to my first video, it's what like their videos look like right now. As far as the quality of the wrestlers, the quality of the arenas, the quality of the stuff. There's these little tricks that I found out, and through watching some other guys do it. Like, it's not just on me, but watching some other guys do it, that has made me better. And I've taken a lot of their techniques and blended a lot of their techniques. But you have to tell me. Well, you don't have to tell me. But I think our wrestlers look head and shoulders better than most other wrestlers look. So, you look at most of them, there's no face textures. They all look the same. They just have different stuff. Our wrestlers, I can change their attire, and this is what allows me to change their attire. I can change their attire because they all look different. You can look at their face and tell me who that is. I believe. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. So Savannah looked like she was getting the advantage right off the bat. And I'm going to tell you, in watching her in dark shows and watching her in live shows, you can never count her out. She will look like she is losing a match, and then all of a sudden, she's the winner. So you got to watch out for that. Ozzy, on the other hand, typically straight dominates matches. So it is still very early on. You can tell there is definitely a size advantage, and Ozzy's moves are definitely some of the most powerful moves I've seen in the game. Savannah almost with a 8-second ride type maneuver, fist to the face, goes for a quick cover, one, and you know it is way too early for all that to be happening. Way too early. So this is the first world title on the line tonight in the main event. Boom finally gets his shot at a world title. Probably one of the best intercontinental title holders ever will get his shot tonight at a world title. Amazing. And you got to remember too, GC Rock still has the briefcase. He could challenge at any time. I've got no control over that. I've tried to control it. I may even try it tonight just to see if I can do it again. I haven't cashed it in, but so far I haven't been able to do it. So I don't know what the trigger is, but I've seen wrestlers cash it in. So we may see that tonight. Savannah catches her instead of a drop kick and gets a 2 count on Ozzy. Didn't really expect that to come. Now she sets up for her finishing move. And there it is. Hits her, rolls her up. 1, 2, 3. What? No way! We have a brand new women's champion. Tonight, did not see that coming.
Here is your winner and new
Savannah, the new TSW Women's Champion, also a member of the NWO, but she has had 2 matches and has won 2 titles. What? Now, you guys should realize this, Ozzy, in every single world title defense, if she loses, she automatically has first shot at the world title again. So, you're going to see Ozzy one more time to get Ozzy out of the world title picture. Savannah's going to have to beat her twice. Crimson couldn't do it. Will Savannah be able to do it? We'll have to find out. But did not see that coming.